What is going on, guys? Welcome to Gums Videos. Today we're going to be talking about how the film industry is not going to be the same for a while after this whole COVID-19 business. And not just because of how the disease is affecting our daily lives and not how it's going to affect it in the future. Because us as a people, we tend to be very resilient. After 9/11, people thought the world would never be the same. The world is the same, just airport security is a lot higher now. And a lot of other diseases, people are like, oh, no, nothing's going to ever be the same. After the Great Depression, nothing's ever going to be the same. Everything comes back to normal with some minor adjustments. People in my area, in New Jersey, in South Jersey specifically, the reason why ticket prices are so high is because a lot of that money is going to go to the studio. The movie theaters barely see a dime of that. They probably see like 50 cents at best on that. That's why your concessions are so royally expensive, because that's the only thing really keeping them open. You know what caused that? It was the studios demanding more money years and years back. There's a huge connection between the studios and the theaters. There's a lot of tension between the both of them, but there are like respects and boundaries they always gotta take. Like without car dealerships, there would not be cars on the street. There needs to be someone to distribute the content that's being made, and that's where the theaters come in. We got AMC, we got Regal, we got a couple other ones I can't name off the top of my head. But without those theaters, the studios won't be making billions of dollars. It's just a fact. If you think they're going to make their money back on DVDs, you got another thing coming. This is just a number out there. Off the top of my head, probably not even 1%. Not even 1%. That nothing comes from that. So a lot of their money's got to be made from the theaters. And a lot of people think studios can lose billions and billions of dollars and they won't be affected. Things will happen. Bad things will happen. What am I getting at right now? So with Trolls 2 World Tour, made by Universal, I totally forgot that was even coming out. I didn't even see the first one. Trolls 2 was projected to already lose 50% compared to the opening weekend on the first Trolls. So Universal's like, okay, COVID-19 business is already going to make things a little bit more complicated. So we have two options. Do we push back? Because it's not even in theaters. It's not even in theaters yet. It doesn't come out until like, I think, April. So they either push it back or they just release it to VOD. Now, there's like an unwritten contract that things should at least be in the theaters first. Like things like The Hunt. And what else is out in theaters? Like whatever else is out in theaters right now, they are now going out to VOD. But the guys that run the theater business and stuff like that, they understand. They had their theater run and they had to close down their shops, but they didn't skip that step. Movies like Black Widow are going to be pushed back. A lot of these other movies are being pushed back that haven't even had a day in theaters. They went for option number 2. They decided to just go straight to VOD, and that pissed off the runner of the movie chain business. What does this mean? What did he say? Long story short, the guy said this, and I quote, "We will not forget this." Like I said earlier in the video, the theater chains took a lot of shit from the studios, but they said we're there for you, because without you guys, there's no us. Without us, there's no you guys. So we'll take the bullet with you guys taking more percentage of the movie ticket prices and making the ticket prices go higher because movies are being more and more expensive, blah, 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 blah. We'll take that bullet. They did a lot for the studios, and Universal basically spit at them and flipped them the finger. Now, he said pretty harsh stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the direct quote on my phone right now, but I understand. And a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, he'll be fine. I'll be fine." No, it's not okay. It's really not, because skipping that step is basically undermining the movie theater chains. And if you do that, they're gonna fuck you over. So this is what's gonna change. I will guarantee this is gonna happen. Fast and Furious 9 will have a struggle to get anywhere near $1 billion. I don't think it will in general, because I think that movie saga's train is running out. But let's say that it was like hyped as it is, right? It's pretty hype. The theater has the ability to say, "You want 3,000 screens? We'll give you 2,500. We'll give you 2,200. That doesn't sound like a bad thing. Sounds like a lot of theaters. It's really not. It's like these big budget movies need, I won't say need, but they usually get 3,000 screens because that's almost every screen a theater has. Taking that away is going to minimize their profits. Now, because they wanted to save a quick dime and release Trolls 2 right to VOD, they're going to get fucked in the long run. Now, regardless of what Universal's position was, they were going to have a loss regardless. They decided to take the shorter term loss. But in the long run, this couple pennies is going to really fuck them over. It's going to suck for Universal for a little bit. I just wanted to bring this up because there was... not a lot of people understand how the movie business works. I barely know how the movie business works. I have an idea, so I just wanted to pass on some knowledge that there always has been some form of tension between the theater businesses and the studios, but there was always some form of respect. And you know what's even more fucked up? This is what I found the most fucked up. Not only did they just pass the movie theater chain, they didn't tell them until 20 minutes before the actual announcement. That is really disrespectful. If you have a partner in business, you don't do that to them. Especially when they're the ones making you the money. Because without them, guess what? You got nothing. They're going to still give you screens, but they're not going to give you as much as you would like. Oh, you want that? You want your IMAX screens? Nothing's, it's a little occupied. They could look at the data sheets. I don't see anything. I don't know. Maybe fucking Mary Poppins 3, the trilogy ending events is going to happen. They're like, that doesn't really need IMAX. Oh, I don't know. Disney kind of wanted it. All because they wanted to get a little cheaper. Movie theaters are not as rich as you guys think. They're a business. They have money, but they're not, it's a finite amount of money. The movie business is really dangerous game to play when it comes to gambling. It's a big gamble. And I get into a lot of debates with people arguing that these companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. What do they have to lose? When a company loses money, like let's say Universal, people will get fired. When Disney paid, what was it, like $72 billion for Fox, that's not something to sneeze at. That's really not. We're right now in an event so unparamount, pun intended, I guess, where if Apple wanted to, they're not, I doubt it, they haven't expressed any interest, but if Apple wanted to right now, they could actually buy Disney right now. I forget if they actually have that cash right now, but Apple is a big ass company. They can literally buy out Disney right now, and that would be it. X-Men, like all the Fox, Simpsons, Disney Plus, Star Wars, Marvel, all would go to Apple. Imagine that is a world we actually would live in. That's how much this has changed. Disney, with this whole COVID-19 business, is losing, like, I think it was like $80 billion in stocks. So on top of that, and the whole, buying boxing, this is really detrimental to Disney. So Disney's, I think, is the one getting hit the hardest, but they didn't piss off the studio. So when this whole business is over, because it will end eventually, sooner rather than later, I hope. But when Black Widow comes out, the movie theaters are like, yeah, you were there for us. You actually called us up when you wanted to push back Black Widow. So guess what? We'll give you more screens. In fact, we won't charge you extra. I'm not saying that's what is going to happen, but I'm saying they're going to get a pat on the back, whereas Universal is going to get urinated on. Anyways, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Movie business is going to change for a long time. I'm not saying like 20, 30 years. I'm saying probably 10, 15 years, things are going to change. And it's going to be a little weird. I'm just going to say, it's going to be a little weird. A lot of businesses, specifically in the movie industry, is taking major hits. A lot of businesses are taking a lot of hits. Don't think that things are just going to be like 100% back to normal. And don't think that things are going to be this Mad Max apocalypse. Everything's going to be fine, but things will change. For the better, for the worse, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a Twitter, _videos. Go follow me there for the latest news and updates on my channel, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and all that crap. Later and goodbye. Peace.